What's going on, guys? How are y'all doing today? This is Trent with the Thrifty Pickerz. I am super excited to have you on the show today. We've got a few things I'd like to talk about. It just wherever the show goes is wherever it goes. We've got, like I said, several different things to talk about. So, I have been up all night long, literally all night long, working on this computer, trying to figure out how to make my camera work. I have like 4 webcams here, and they're all blurry. So I was trying to figure out a way to get my camera to where it would work better, and I ended up figuring out how to link my camera on my phone to my computer and using it as a webcam. So it's actually a lot clearer, which is fantastic, but it's also been a pain in the butt because it literally took me hours to figure out how to do it. I started off last night and I was going to list stuff for eBay, and I decided that once I got in here, it was starting to get cold, and I was like, you know what? Though I list stuff in the other end of the building, and it's colder on that end of the building, and I've got the heaters on this end. So what I was going to do was get on this side, and I've got a sheet put up to where I don't freeze, and because it's been flat cold. And anyway, so I come in on this side, and I got to tinkering with the computer trying to figure out how to upgrade my equipment, and I ended up figuring out how to get my phone to work. So it was a long night, yes. And right in the middle of it, I figured out how to get my GoPro. Figured out how to get my GoPro to where I could link it to a TV and record all at the same time, which is cool. But I wanted to live stream with this GoPro, and I know there's a way. I just don't have the cord to do it. So I ordered the cord today, and it should be here by the 6th. So that gives them 2 days. So that should be here by Monday is what they said. So hopefully it'll be here by Saturday, tomorrow, but I doubt it. It does have lightning speed shipping with Amazon, so hopefully they're right, and hopefully I get it before Monday. But if I don't, I don't. You know, it's just what it is. I also ordered a green screen. Yeah, so I can do some fancy stuff like, let me show you. So I go to my green screen right here, and I go to this. See how it's got the eBay on this side? I mean, on this side and not on this side? It's because I don't have enough green screen. So, and you see how my hat is like invisible? Anyway, so I've got a green screen coming. And right now I've got a blue screen, as you can tell. As you can tell. And it's just, it is what it is. Like I said, we will get around to it. And let me see here. Yeah. And see, I've got all these different cool pictures, like this one right here. Check this out. Ooh. No, I'm just playing. But I can get rid of it, or I can bring it back, or whatever. I just thought it was pretty cool. So I ordered a green screen because I want to play with it some more, and I want to figure out all the little technical things like that that I don't know. There's a lot that I don't know. Camera equipment, sound equipment, lighting, the cool green screen effect. I mean, I'd never seen anything like that before. I'd seen it on TV to where the meteorologist walks across the screen, but everybody's talking about green screen this, green screen that, but I had no idea what a green screen was. So I got on here and got to playing with it and kind of figured it out. So anyway, there's a few things I wanted to talk about today. First of all, I've been up all night, so I'm kind of booked. What platforms do you sell on? Why? And the reasons you like them, yes or no. And some of the platforms that I'm thinking about selling on. There's Right now, I sell on eBay and Amazon and Facebook. And I like eBay, but I just had to switch to managed payments. So I'm not real sure if I'm going to like that yet or not. Um, it's just one of them deals to where, who knows? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I don't know. I'll figure it out. But anyway, um, I like selling on Amazon, but Amazon is a little harder to sell on because you have to be gated in each of the categories. And if you're not gated in a certain category, then you can't sell the products. That makes it difficult if you've got a lot of products that you want to sell, but you can't sell them. So eBay is better for that aspect because you can sell just about anything you want to on eBay as long as it's not guns or drugs or paraphernalia, stuff like that. Or, I mean, you can sell just about anything. Um, I went to sleep at like 6:30 yesterday morning, and I got up at like 11:30 yesterday morning, and I've been awake ever since. And yeah, it's starting to kick in, y'all. It's starting to kick in. Anyway, um, so last night I decided that I was going to get in here and shoot a video for you guys. Um, Here, let's do this. Well, where did it go? Where did it go? It is gone. Dead gone. Oh well. All right. eBay managed payments. What do you guys think about eBay's managed payments? And just keeping it real, I don't really understand a whole lot about the managed payments. All I understand is that they're doing away with PayPal and they're going to direct deposit money into my bank account, which means I also authorize them to take money out of my bank account if there's a seller that or a buyer that I have to refund, or if I owe them money for fees or whatever, they can automatically take the money out of my account, which I don't care as long as I have the money in the account for them to take out. I don't want them to overdraw my account. You know what I mean? But anyway, so far we've not had any problems with eBay, and I'm almost trusting them. And I say that lightly because I don't really trust anybody with my money because it's my money and I want it. And I want to know that it's safe and secure and it's possible. I know that's not always the case, but I'm also a little bit of a gambler. So I will take a chance on some things when most people won't. But that's okay. That's how I roll, bro. That's how I roll, bro. Bro. Anyway, um, yeah, the eBay managed payments that seems like it's going to be okay, just because of the fact that I'm not having to pay the PayPal fees anymore, and I can get on here and uh, get my paycheck every day, just like I do with PayPal. The only difference is I don't have to pay for PayPal. And last month I spent almost $1,000 just in PayPal fees. So last week I spent almost $1,000 in PayPal fees. So it's it's going to be more beneficial to me if I don't have to pay that much money. Now eBay's fees did go up some, but not enough to change the $1,000 too much. Out of that $1,000 that I missed paying to PayPal, I'll still make about 850 of it. So it is what it is. Um, we did put out a new video for you guys. Yay! And it's going to be really good. You're not going to want to miss it. You're not going to want to miss this video. It's going to be fantastical. Uh, yeah, if you hadn't noticed by now, I make up all kinds of words like fantabulous and fantastical and whatever I can think of. It is what it is. I make up words and I'm cool with it. So, uh, anywho, um, yeah, back to managed payments. I think, like I said, I think it's going to be a good deal. But no, we weren't talking about managed payments. We were talking about the video. I made a video just for you guys, and it's called "How to Ship Once Your Item Sells." So go check it out. Okay, it should be uploaded by now. I think. If not, it's because my computer's slow. Not my computer. My upload speed's slow. Anyway, um, go check it out. It's hilarious. It's a little bit long, but it covers so much good material that you need to watch it all. If you're a brand new seller and you don't have any idea what you're doing, then watch the video. Watch the video! It's going to be fantastic. It helps you learn how to ship. It helps you learn how to package. It helps you learn about the postal codes. It helps you learn about which boxes to use or poly mailer to use and how to use them. How you put the labels on. Um, there's so many things that I was scared about whenever I first started. I started off eBay probably around close to 9 months ago, 8, 9 months ago, something like that. And the reason it took me so long is because I was nervous about jumping into something and not knowing what to do. Taking that first step, that first leap of faith is always hard. And whenever you jump into something you have no clue what you're doing, it's a little nerve wracking. And that's what I did. And I didn't have anybody to help me. So whenever I jumped off into selling, I was kind of, I didn't really understand a whole lot about it. And I I appreciate you, Marie. I understand if you can't stay long. Um. Anyway, yeah. The thing is, whenever you jump into something, you like uncharted waters for you. It's scary, and that's what I did. Whenever I jumped out there into eBay and just tried figuring it out on my own, I knew that there was a way of making money with eBay, and now it's obvious because I make quite a bit of money with eBay. But at first, it was like I was just nervous. I didn't know, and I didn't want to take that jump and end up falling on my face and failing because nobody wants to fail. Everybody wants to succeed. But the good thing about this is now that I've learned how to do it, I can teach other people how to do it, and they don't have to worry about falling on their face because I can show them how to be successful. I can show them how to make money and how to do it and do it well. So, um, and the little things that I didn't understand, like shipping labels, I had no clue about how to do a shipping label. I had no idea how to print one. I'd been on a computer before, but I never actually got in a computer and just studied and learned how to do shipping labels and how to print invoices and send invoices to people and whatever. And there's still a lot that I'm learning every day, and I'm growing, and that's cool. Tax season is coming, and it's going to be my first, but I think we're going to be all right. I've got all my documents in a row, and I think so far it's going to be good. Tax season is a little bit nerve wracking for everybody, I believe, but I was talking to Not Your Dad's CPA the other day, and he said, everybody's real worried about their taxes, but it's even if you do get audited, it's not like they're going to come in and tear your entire store apart and want to know where every document is and everything. They're not. They'll. It's. He said it's going to be one or two little things. They'll come in and they might nitpick that a little bit, but he said it's nothing that you can't get. If you need records of something, he said you can get the records because it's all on eBay, and anything you need is on eBay or my bookkeeping software. So anyway, yeah, whenever I made this video with the intent of trying to help you guys that are nervous and scared about taking that first step and jumping off into it because I've got a lot of people that have been asking me, hey man, I want to do this. I want to get into it. How do you do that? How do you do this? How do you do that? And it's actually all very simple. And that's what I didn't understand at first is because I was scared and I thought that I if I do this and I fail, everybody's going to laugh at me. Everybody's going to think that I'm a nobody. And anyway, so I figured, you know what? I don't even care what people think. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to dive off in it head first. I'm going to go with everything I've got, and I'm going to show everybody that I can do this. And it worked. And was it easy? No. At first, it was not easy because I didn't have anybody helping me. I had to figure it all out on my own, and had to get in there and try to learn how to do the shipping labels and learn how to figure out which box to ship in. There's a difference between priority flat rate and priority mail shipping, and I didn't know that at the time. I thought they were all priority boxes. And the first time or two, whenever I took a flat rate box to the post office, and she said, "Oh yeah, you can't ship this. You paid for priority mail, and this is a priority flat rate." And I was like, "What's the difference?" She said, "One's a flat rate, one's a priority. They're completely different boxes." Well, now I know, and hopefully you do too. If you go to ship a package, it cannot be in a priority box if it's a flat rate price. If it's a priority price, it can. There's a difference. Whatever you pay for is whatever you're shipping. So if the item is big and heavy and you can fit it in a flat rate box, that's what you want to do. If the item is little and small and lightweight and you have to put it in a flat rate box, you're going to overpay. It's just that simple. If you can get it in a pound and it's 15.9 ounces or less, then you can ship it first class. Okay? Anything under 15.9 ounces, you can ship first class. Okay? Anything that's educational, like books or audio books or some CDs, things like that, you can ship media mail. The things that you would actually think is media mail is not really media mail. Like DVDs and stuff like that, you're not supposed to ship that media mail. You're supposed to ship that first class. But like hand lotions and body soaps and jewelry and baseball cards, stuff like that, you can ship all that stuff first class. Okay. Depending on the price. Now, if I've got a baseball card that's worth $1,000, I'm not going to send that first class. I'm going to pay for priority mail because you get insurance on it. See, there's something else you didn't know. Something else I didn't know. I didn't know that after you pay for such a certain shipping rate that you get insurance on it. I had no clue. But that's the reason I'm here now, is to help people that don't know. And if you have any questions, then do me a favor and leave questions down in the comments. And check out my channel, because that's what I'm here for, is to help you guys. I'm completely transparent. If you have any questions, ask me. I will answer anything. It's just who I am. And like I said, I enjoy helping people. Anyway, so we created the video, how to ship once your products sell. Okay, and it's about 35-40 minutes long, but it covers so much good material. And it's funny. Like I said, I done the video at 3 o'clock this morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning, something like that. And I was exhausted, and I kept eating Reese's peanut butter cups, and it was a one of them videos where you had to be there to see it. And anyway, so yeah, go check out the video. It's hilarious. Funny story. My father-in-law come over here a while ago, and he said, "Hey son, you in here?" I said, "Yeah, I'm in here." He said, "Okay." He said, "Do you have a key to my house?" I said, "No, sir." He said, "Oh, okay." He said, "Well, I kind of locked myself out of the house," and I was like, "Oh man, that ain't good." I said, "How are you gonna get in?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "Your wife got a key?" I was like, "Yeah, she's got a key, but she's at work." And he goes, "Oh, well," he said, "I might have to go call her and see if I can go get the key from her to get in my house." And I was like, "Okay." Well, I called her and I said, "Hey, babe, you got the key to your dad's house?" And she said, "Yeah, it's on my key ring." And I said, "Oh, is it at the house, or is it with you, or where?" And she said, "No, it's at the house somewhere. I don't know. I lost my keys." And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, uh, I said, if you find them, then your dad needs to get in his house. She said, okay. So I was like, if I'll look for him, but if I can't find him, I guess your dad's going to sit outside. But anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, I found the keys, and they were in my office, my store. And she come out here and she set them down when she was out here about a week ago, and she lost them. And they've been sitting in the same spot the whole week, and she hasn't asked me about them. She hasn't said nothing about them, and they've been sitting on my shelf in my store. So anyway, surprise, I have your keys. Anyway, so whenever she gets home, I will be nice and probably give them to her. Probably, maybe not. I'm not sure yet. I may make her look for the keys for about an hour or so before I give them to her. But anyway, she's really bad about losing her keys, and she's pretty good at everything else, but she's pretty bad about losing her keys. Anyway, yeah, don't forget to smash that like button. Smash that like button. And let me see, where's it at? Right there. Smash that like button for me, please. Thank you. I appreciate you. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because like I said, we've got a lot of content coming out, and it's going to be fantastic. We have got new cameras coming. We have got new sound equipment coming, and we're going to kind of boost this thing up a little bit. I just ordered a cable for my GoPro camera, and I'm going to use it a little bit while I'm live streaming. And I've got another camera that is a Sony digital Mavex camera that I'm going to be using to live stream with and to record footage for you. And anyway, we've also got a green screen coming. That's right. So I can do some green screen footage. And anyway, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Y'all are fantastic. If there's anything you want to talk about, don't be scared to hit me up in the comment bar over here on the side, and we will discuss whatever you want to discuss. Anyway, like I said, I've been up all night long, and I am exhausted, but I'm going to hang out until tonight because we've got some live chats that I want to jump into and some auctions and stuff that I'm going to try to get into and learn a little bit about. That's one thing I don't know a whole lot about. I don't know a whole lot about auctions. But they're getting some, it's being a good way of sourcing. So, yeah, stuff's about to get real, huh? That's right. Absolutely, man. I appreciate you stopping by, Chuck. It means a lot to me, bro. Yeah, I was talking to, I was talking to Jeff Sampson. I don't know if you know who he is or not, but he's a fantastic dude. I was chatting with him the other day, and he said, "You've got the content, you've got the personality." He said, "I can tell you're really not that shy in front of a camera, so go ahead and upgrade your equipment." And I was like, "Oh, what's wrong with my equipment? I got a camera, I got a microphone." He's like, "Yeah," he said, "but sometimes your camera's blurry, and sometimes your mic kind of cuts in and out." And he said, "So what you need to do is you need to kind of start thinking about upgrading your equipment." So after I got done shooting the video this morning at 3:30 this morning, I got on my computer and I was like, you know what? There's got to be a way to hook up these cameras because I've got like 25 cameras. There's got to be a way of hooking up one of these cameras to the computer to where I can live stream to it and kind of get it rolling. And so what I ended up doing is after going through probably 10 different cameras, I finally decided, you know what, why not use my phone? Because my phone's got a pretty good camera on it. And I'll just live stream through my phone if I can figure out how. So I downloaded some software. It's Samsung something. If you're interested in it, I can get the link and I can put it in the description down below for you. Anyway, I've downloaded the software. It's pretty self-explanatory how to walk you through step by step how to get your phone linked to your computer. You have to go to your settings on your phone and you got to debug your phone, which allows the live streaming for the computer. Whenever you plug the USB in or whether you do Wi-Fi or whatever, you can it will automatically link up to your computer and make it to where you can live stream on your phone. And You ought to see my setup I've got right now. I've got a little bitty tripod about this big that is literally hung on my computer screen, and that's what my phone's sitting on. But hey, it's working, and I will be getting me a new tripod here soon, and getting some more stuff to kind of upgrade the stuff. I want to get some sound equipment. There's Pat Flynn has got a little soundboard that he keeps off to his side that he hits the button. He's like, yeah, and bruh, and and high five and stuff like that. And that's kind of what I want to do. I like the way he's got it set up, and he's got several different cameras. So whenever he's sitting there shooting, he can shoot from different angles and get different pictures and all that kind of stuff. And I really wish I had a higher desk so I could stand up, because I cannot stand sitting in a spot for so long, and I would just rather be up moving around. And that's kind of the way the video was that I shot this morning. I set my camera up over on the wall, and I mounted it, and I done a live video where I was just walking around the room talking and packing stuff and showing people how to wrap and ship and all that kind of stuff. And one part of the video, I got my tongue tangled up, and I was trying to say you need to get your shipping labels together, but I didn't get the labels part out. And I said you just need to get your ship together. And it sounded wrong, but anyway, it is what it is. And I done kind of like a commercial for Reese's cups, because I love Reese's cups. If you want to ever know what to give me Reese's cups. They're simple, they're cheap, and that makes me happier than just about anything. That and ice cream. I love ice cream. But anyway, yeah. So we shot the video, and then I got over here and I got to playing with the computer, trying to get my phone linked up. And I finally, this morning, around 6 o'clock, I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm tired. I'm going to go in the house, and I'm going to get me a cup of coffee, and I'm going to chill out for a little while and let my brain rest. And I ended up making breakfast and drinking me a cup of coffee. And then I got back out here, and I was like, you know what? Let's do this. We're going to figure this out right now. So I got on my computer, and I done some more research, and I walked myself through it, and now I've got a webcam, and it's my phone, and it's charging the whole time it's recording. So I mean, it's great, and the quality's better. So yeah, you need to get your ship together. So anyway, we got us a new camera. Is it spectacular? No, it's still got some issues, but it's better than what we had. And the sound quality is a little bit better because I upgraded my mic. It's a Logitech mic now. So it's, like I said, it's not the best in the world, but we're growing. It's going to take time for me to raise the money to get all the equipment that I want, because I'm not a cheap person. Whenever I buy stuff, I want to buy the stuff that's, high quality. And the next GoPro I buy will be a Black 9, the GoPro Hero 9. And it's just a matter of time before I get it. So the only reason I got this one is because my dad gave me this one. And he's like, hey, you need a GoPro? And I was like, no, not really. And he said, you can start YouTubing. I was like, you know what? Yeah, if you got an extra GoPro. So he gave me my first GoPro. And he's the reason that I kind of got into YouTube and is trying to figure out all this stuff, man. There's a lot to all this. And there's a lot of stuff that people won't tell you. And you got to beat around the bush, and you got to ask them 50 million questions to get to the right answer. And then you're like, man, I don't even know what the question was now. We done talked about everything else, but what was the question? And anyway, but that's the reason I'm here, is if you have a question, ask me, and I will answer it the best I know how. And if I don't know, we will learn together. That way, everybody wins. And that's the way I am with reselling. I believe that there is so much product out there and so many people out there looking for products that we have that everybody would be able to sell and make some money. and it would be fantastic for everybody. So, and of course, I know not everybody wants to sell, which is fantastic too, because we've got to have buyers. Just because you don't like selling, don't mean you can't buy. And anyway, speaking of such, go check out my store. I'm a top-rated seller on eBay, and we've got so many different. Here, let me do this real quick. Let me go right. I'm gonna have to do it on the other screen. Let's do it over. Here it is. Copy and paste and chat. All right, there's my store. If anybody wants to go check out my store, like I said, I'm a top-rated seller. We've got so much merchandise, so many different styles of things. We've got everything from electronics, to video games, to clothes, to makeup, to maxi pads, to adult diapers. We got it literally. If you want it, we probably got it. And we really don't have a whole lot of stuff in store, but we've got just a big variety of everything. And anyway, yes, I am full-time reselling, Chuck. I sure am. And this GoPro Hero 3 Plus has been my lifesaver, man. This little bitty camera is fantastic. I love this little camera. Even if I did get a 9, I probably wouldn't get rid of this one, just because that's my start. You know, you got to start somewhere. It's like whenever you get in an accident or you get a scar, a lot of people want to cover their scars up, and I'm not that kind of person. I'm like, hey, check out this scar, or check out this one, or man, look at this one. And people are like, man, what are you showing your scars for? Because I remember what happened when I done this one, and I learned a lesson not to do it again. And this one right here, I fell out of a tree, and I remember now not to step on a limb that might break. And there's just little things that show me who I am now and show me where I've come from to where I'm going. And even the little things as simple as a little GoPro Hero 3 Plus, it seems like it's just a little small camera to somebody, but this reminds me of my beginnings, and it reminds me that everything large has to start small somewhere. You've got to start somewhere in no matter what situation you're doing. I mean, if you're going to start reselling, or if you're going to start a YouTube channel, or if you're going to start flipping yard sales, whatever the situation may be, you maybe want to become an astronaut. You got to start small. You can't just jump in it and take off in the ship and go up to the moon. It's just not going to happen like that. That's just how it goes, man. You got to start small. You got to figure out what you're doing, and once you do, it's nothing but the moon, man. I mean, it's skyrockets and astronauts and spaceships and aliens. And I see dead people. No, I'm just playing. Anyway, yeah, I don't know where all that came from, but like I said, you got to start somewhere, and the best time to do that is right now. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Jump into it. Go for it. Don't be scared. That was my biggest problem whenever I started the eBay store. Was I was scared. I was afraid of failure, and I didn't want to jump into something and not have any idea. And finally, I realized one day, I was like, you know what? The worst thing that could possibly happen, the absolute worst thing, is if I make a sale and then I screw up the order and I can't get the order shipped to the guy the way it needs to be done. All I have to do is refund his money. That's it. And then the whole thing's over with. And then my mistake has been paid for. And it's that simple. And I suggest don't start shipping stuff that's really, really expensive. Start out with smaller stuff. That way, if something happens and you got to pay them back, then you're not out $400 or $500. You only got to pay $10, $15. So start off small, start off slow, and don't grow too fast. You want to grow fast, but you don't want to grow too fast. And the reason I say that is because whenever I first started selling on eBay, the biggest problem I had was trying to figure out how to box the stuff, how to wrap it, how to get all the shipping labels put on, because my store kind of exploded. And I went from making 1 or 2 sales a day to 20 sales a day. And then it was overwhelming because whatever I was doing right. But I went from making 1 or 2 sales a day to 20 sales a day. And then I was like, how am I going to get all this stuff shipped and packed? And I got to make sure it's going to the right person in the right state. And the last thing I want to do is mix up the packages and send, which I did. One time I sent a Roku charger to a guy, and I sent the Roku to the right guy, but I sent his charger to a different guy, and he got the charger for the other guy. And anyway, I mixed up the chargers. So what I did, I refunded both of them. Done. Simple as that. Refund the guy his money for the Roku and the charger. I refunded it because neither one of them was going to work. You can't use the Roku without the charger, and you couldn't use the Google Nest thing without the charger too. And I paid like $5 for the Roku, and I got the Google Nest thing free. I bought a computer, and the computer was an older computer, and she's like, "Yeah, the computer, it's we don't really know what's going on with it. It's $20." And I said, "Okay, I'll give you $20 for it." So I give her $20 for it. Got home, fixed it up. My wife uses it now. It's a great computer. And but whenever I got the computer, she threw this Google Nest thing in for free, and which is like some kind of little doorbell chime thing. I don't even know. I don't even care. But it sold. So that's the funny thing about it is, just because you don't know what it is, don't mean it can't sell. Yeah, that's right. Most of your scars have stories that started with when we were bored. Yeah, I've got some of them scars too. And I'm serious about the tree limb. Don't step on them little tree limbs that ain't strong enough to hold you. I learned the hard way. The tree limb broke, and I slid from the top of that tree all the way to the bottom of the tree, and I was holding on for dear life. And whenever I got to the bottom, I slowed down because of my grip. But whenever I got to the bottom, I didn't have any skin left on my underarms or on my sides or on my legs. It was bad. I walked around like this for like forever because it was. I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to die. It was so bad. Anyway, we overthought everything at first. One day I finally said, "Screw it," and started listening. That's exactly what you got to do too, man. You got to just jump into it, and you can't hold back. If you hold back, it's one of the worst things you can do. And the reason I say that is because all you're doing is you're putting yourself off. You're not going to grow, and it's just been one of them things to where whenever you jump into something, if you will dive into it head first, there's no turning back. There's no, if you're going to jump off a boat into the water, and you can't swim, you better figure it out. You better learn the doggy paddle, or you're going to drown. And I'm here. You're not going to drown. I'm not going to let you drown. I'm going to help you every way I can. And it's just, like I said, I don't know everything either. And if I have any questions, I'm going to ask somebody. And I'm going to Google it. And I'm going to watch YouTube. And we're gonna figure this thing out. We're going to make some money. Making money. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Anyway, yeah. So, going back to the question, what platforms do you sell and why? Do you like them? The reasons yes or no. I sell on eBay, I sell on Amazon, and I sell on Facebook. And I have been looking into selling on Walmart.com. And the reason is because Walmart is a huge platform that doesn't have a whole lot of people selling on it. And they just opened it up not too long ago to where everybody else could start selling on it. There are a few requirements. You have to have an EIN number. You cannot use your social security number, which is one of the reasons why I have not done it yet, is because I don't have an EIN number. I am just a sole proprietor, and I do this off of my social security number. I do it because it's me, and that's who I am. And I hadn't grown yet to want a EIN number. It is what it is. But I figure sooner or later I will probably end up with an EIN number, especially since eBay and Amazon is doing so well. Why not jump out there and sell to 80 million more people? because Walmart gets 80 million people a month shopping on their platform. That's a lot of people. And if you've got the right stuff, baby, then you can make some money. Anyway, um, yeah, I sell on Amazon, which Amazon's okay, but I would rather sell on eBay just because I'm not gated on anything on eBay and I can sell whatever I want to. And Amazon, you got to watch all your P's and Q's, and it's just there's a lot to it. And if you piss Amazon off, then you're out the door. And what I really, really don't like about Amazon is if something happens and they ban you or they shut your account down, they're keeping your money. So say you've got $30,000 in there, then what? How you gonna get your money? You ain't gonna get it. And that's just how it is. But yeah, I sell on Amazon, I sell on eBay, and I sell on Facebook Marketplace. And Facebook Marketplace is cool because if I have bigger items, that's what I do. I will sell tables and chairs and things that I pick up at yard sales and stuff that I don't want to ship. I will come home, take a picture of it, list it on Facebook. Now I list it the same way I would on Amazon or eBay. I take a picture of it with a white background. I clean it up. I make sure everything works with it. I make sure that it's in good quality condition, and I will definitely sell it. And that's just how it goes. Yeah, we've actually sold quite a bit of stuff off of Facebook. Um, the most that I've sold is the crickets, the little crafting machines that you can use to make car stencils and car decals, or you can make T-shirts with them, or you can make hats with them, all kinds of stuff with them. But if you find the cricket cakes, especially without the cords, then you can get them for about $5, and they sell for $80 to $100 all day, every day. And that's just it's so easy money. And what I found, I think 4 of them, and I picked them up. And I was like, "Yeah, I'll give you $5 for it." She's like, "Okay, cool." And there was a bag of cords there, and I was like, "How much you want for this bag of cords?" She's like, "I don't know, $1 or 2." I was like, "Tell you what, I'll give you $2 for the bag of cords." She said, "Okay, good, good." So I got home and got to digging through the cords and found all the cables I needed for the cricket, and sold it for $100. So for $7, I turned it into 100, and I've done that so many times. And that's what I like about yard sales, is because you can find stuff super cheap that's still in good condition. People just don't use, and they're tired of seeing it. They're tired of moving it around their house, so they want to get rid of it. So they want to sell it cheap, and they want to get rid of it out of their house. So I'm like, hey, I'll give you this for it. And they're like, okay, so sold. So I'll go up there and buy it, and then I'll come home, clean it up, make sure it works. And there's been a few times I've been burned, but most of the time everything works pretty good. And tell you a story. There was a lady this last weekend that hit me up, and she said, "Hey, I've got some yard sale stuff." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll be by as soon as I can to look at it." And I get over there, and I've loaded up my truck. I got 2 desks. I got a shelf, no, 2 shelves, 2 desks, some baseball cards, some other little things. I mean, it was okay, I guess. Both of the desks need to be redone. One of the shelves is wobbly and broke on the bottom. The other shelf is actually pretty nice, but the paint's chipping on it, so it's going to have to be sanded down and repainted. Um, the baseball cards, most of them are damaged, so they're really not worth a whole lot. Um, the electronics and stuff that she threw in there with me, all of it, none of it worked. Um, she gave me a Sanyo sound bar that I hooked up to my TV and tried playing on it, and I never even could get it to come on. So anyway, I threw it away. Uh, that's the thing, is whenever I can't sell something, I will donate it. I will donate it to the Women's and Children's Shelter, or I will donate it to the Red Cross or the Salvation Army. I will donate it to somebody that can use it instead of not just throwing it away. I mean, if it's trash, I'm going to trash it. But it is what it is. Anyway, so I get home and I go through all this stuff, and I'm sitting here looking at mainly trash, and she sends me a text message that says, "Hey, I will never do business with you again." I was like, "Why? What happened?" Because I offered her $40 for all this stuff, and I think I got ripped off. But she needed the money, and it went to a good cause, so I gave her the $40, and she got mad because she wanted more money. And she said, "You knew I needed money and whatever." So anyway, um, it is what it is. Uh, yeah. If you've never sold anything, then jump on it, dude. Don't be scared. Uh, Here, let's do this. Have not listed my first item yet, but have enough inventory to start for sure. I have several questions if you could help. Okay? Ask away, buddy. Whatever you got, I will answer the best I can. Don't be scared. That's number one. You've got nothing to lose. Like I said, if something happens and you mess up and you make a mistake, the worst case scenario is you have to pay the money back to whoever it is that bought the item. And say you messed up on shipping or you messed up on whatever, then literally the worst case scenario is you're going to have to pay the money back. And it is what it is. But yeah, let's see here. I've got right at 400 things in stock right now, and I've got about 2,000 more I need to list. And will I get to it today? No, I sure will not. But sooner or later I will. The problem is I just keep buying more. We went to a yard sale 2 weekends ago, me and my son, and I ended up coming home with a whole room full of books and magazines. And but, okay. Anyway, we bought all these books and magazines and stuff, and it was $60. So I see that you offer free shipping. Do you offer seller pay shipping on any return? Um, Sometimes. And if you're just starting out, I would not offer free shipping. I would do where the buyer pays for shipping. And the reason is because until you know how much the stuff costs to ship, then you're going to end up shooting yourself in the foot. So what I would do, that's what I showed my dad. My dad's a seller on eBay now too, and he's starting to do pretty good. But whenever he first started out, in the same way I didn't know how much to charge people for shipping, and you'll be surprised how many people will pay the shipping. Because, like I said, we started selling one or two things a day to going to 20 things a day, and that was them paying shipping. And you actually make more money that way. Um, it's it's to me, it's a better way, but um, offering free shipping also helps because a lot of people, whenever they search, they only search for free shipping items. It's whichever one you prefer, whichever one you choose. Um, Lonnie and Candace, I don't know if you know who Lonnie is, but he has shed flips. You can check out his channel. He just about charges shipping on everything, and everything he's got plus shipping on top. That's one of his phrases. Um, and the reason he does that is because he's covered. He don't have to worry about figuring in the cost and just making it easier on himself. And anyway, would you recommend that I do calculated to start then? Yes. Don't do flat rate shipping. Do calculated shipping. And the reason I say that is because if somebody say you live in Texas, I have no idea where you live, but say you live in Texas, and you're going to ship something to, say you're going to ship a GoPro Hero 3, okay, to a guy in Louisiana, which is the one state over, okay. and it's only going to cost you $5 to ship. And you set all of your rates at $5 to ship. Well, it only cost me $5 to ship the GoPro to Louisiana, so that must be what it costs. So you set it at $5 flat rate shipping, okay? And then a guy from California buys the GoPro from you, and you're like, okay, it's going to cost $5. Well, say you charge $10 for the GoPro, and it's going to cost you $5 in shipping, so it's only going to leave you $5 profit. Then, and you got to ship it to California now, and the guy in California, it's going to cost $15 to ship it. So now you're out $5. See what I'm saying? You just lost all your profit, plus you had to come up with another $5. So say you live in North Carolina, okay, and somebody in South Carolina buys it from you. It's going to be cheaper for you to send it from North Carolina to South Carolina than it is from North Carolina to Washington or to Texas, for that matter. I mean, you're shipping it halfway across the United States. It's going to cost you more. Always, always, always do calculated shipping. That way, if you're going to charge the buyer and do calculated shipping, okay, set your business policies up. If you don't know how to do that, I've got a video on setting up business policies. You have to go through my videos and find it, but I've got one on there that shows you how to set up your business policies. And anyway, set your business policy up to where whenever you go in, it says the buyer pays shipping. It'll have a little check where you can check for free shipping. Make sure that's unchecked, and make sure that like whether it's priority, use 4. Don't use standard shipping. Don't use the round shipping. Don't use none of that stuff. There's only 4 types of shipping you will need. Start off with first class, medium mail, priority flat rates, and priority mail. Okay, all the rest of that stuff, you're going to waste money and you're going to waste time, and it's just a pain in the butt. So if you sell something one off and rare, make the buyers pay. Yes, that's right, absolutely, and especially if it's something big. If it's something big and bulky and heavy, and you don't know how much it's going to cost to ship, make the buyer pay. That way you can set a price and, kind of go through there and comp the prices and see how much they're selling for. And make sure you notice whether or not it says free shipping or buyer pay shipping. Because if it's free shipping, say you're selling a stereo system and it weighs 15 pounds, and the buyer, on one listing, the buyer pays shipping. On the next listing, the buyer gets free shipping, but there's $50 difference. You need to pay attention to which one's which, and kind of get your prices in the same area as the one where the buyer pays shipping. Usually the prices will be lower. Say the stereo system's $50, and but if you'll notice, the guy who gets free shipping, that same stereo system will be $89.95. So in all reality, he's still paying the shipping. It's just that the seller has already figured in the shipping costs, and he's thrown that in. And either way, it's easier for the buyer whenever they don't have to pay for the shipping, because they're not going to get hit with extra charges whenever they go to check out. And they're like, whoa, hold on a second, why is this costing so much? And then they're like, oh, it's $27 for shipping. Golly, why is it $27 for shipping? It says it's $50. But if you go look at the next guy and he's like, well, I'll pay $89. Well, he's still paying the shipping. He's just, see what I'm saying? Especially about scams. Um, that's a big topic about the scams. You got to watch. Sometimes people will try to scam you. Most of the time, people are just being real, and they want to get their product. They want to get it in a fast amount of time. They don't want to get screwed over. So, I mean, the best thing to do, man, is to just start off slow, start off small, like with smaller items. That way, if something happens and you do have to refund their money, then you're not out a lot of money, and it'll be better for you until you get the grasp of how much things cost and how you get the feeling of how much the shipping costs are. Like I say, once you do it a few times, you'll kind of start to see like medium mail is $2.80. First class shipping is usually $3 to $5, depending on whatever it is. Priority rates can range anywhere from $7.57 to $26.95, or however much. And flat rate shipping is like $7.17 or $7.77, and for a medium flat rate or a priority flat rate. And I mean, it's just once you get the hang of it, then you can start saying, okay, look, I'm going to do free shipping on this, but I'm going to jack the price up, and I'm going to cover the shipping and the cost. That way, you're still making the money, but the buyer doesn't have to sit down and figure out and calculate how much the shipping is going to cost. And it's easier on the buyer if they don't have to do that. And a lot of people will spend the extra money if they don't have to do the math. Some people can't do the math, and that's okay. Always have returns accepted, or you will get scammed. Yes. Um, always, 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 always. If somebody buys something from you, pay attention. If somebody buys something from you and they get it to their house and they call or they send you a message saying, hey, this is messed up, I want a refund. You say, okay, that's fine. Send the item back to me and I will refund you your money. Because if they get, I had this kid do me this way the other day, and he left me a dirty review on my feedback, and I contacted eBay, and eBay removed it, and they told the kid that if he didn't change his review, then they were going to kick him off eBay, and he got mad, so he left me a weird review. Anyway, yeah, so that's one of the biggest things, man. Make sure about this kid. I sent him a video game, and it was brand new in the package. And whenever he got it, he said, man, this thing ain't brand new in the package. It's been opened. It's been used. It's got scratches all over. I was like, no, not the game I sent you, because I got pictures of it. I've got pictures of the cellophane wrapper around the game. And I was like, well, tell you what, I've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So for any reason you're not happy, I'm glad to send your money back if you'll send the game back. Whenever I receive the game, I will refund you in full. And sometimes you got to watch them, because they'll send back a scratched up, beat up piece of crap game. And if that's the case, he's just not getting his refund. Simple as that. And you've got a leg to stand on, because you've got pictures. You've got everything that you need to kind of keep him in his place. Yeah. I set buyers pay for returns and have had 0 cents. That's right. Yeah. If you're going to make the buyer pay the shipping label and for the return, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have a return. And the reason is because they don't want to fork out the money. They'll just eat the cost of whatever it was they lost. Now, I've had times to where I've made the buyer pay for shipping to return it. And then whenever I got the item back and realized it was damaged and it was my fault, or it got damaged in transit or whatever, then I refunded him his money and I refunded him the shipping label cost. Just because that's what I would want if it were me. And the guys left me real nice reviews, and they kind of took care of me in the end, because I've treated them right. But but they did send the product back too. You gotta watch out, man. Not everybody out there's out to get you, and there's a lot of people that are scared to even start selling on eBay because they're scared of being scammed, and they're scared of not knowing what the outcome's going to be in a situation that they don't know the full story, and which you never know the full story of who's buying your product, and that's just a chance that you're going to have to take. If you want to make money and you want to grow your business and you want to be successful, you're going to have to take chances. You're going to have to take a risk. That's just part of it, man. I don't know any other way of saying that other than you're just going to have to dive off into it and hold your breath and tread for water, man, because you jump out of the boat, it's all or nothing. And go for it, man. Go for it. Jump in it. Head first. Dive off in there. Don't be scared. You can do it. And like I said, I'm here to help you. If you have any questions, hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Instagram, on Twitter, my YouTube channel. You can follow me. All of my links are in the description down below. So if you want to hit me up for whatever questions, day or night, man, hit me up. And I'll answer everything I can. Because like I said, I didn't have anybody to help me start off. And I had to jump in it all by myself. And I was nervous. And I was scared. And I jumped anyway. And I thought, you know what? There's got to be money in here somewhere. And if there is, I'm going to find it. And I'm going to make it. And I'm going to make it successfully. And so far, man, we're rocking and rolling. And I'm making about 35 to 50 sales a day. And it's pretty good. I mean, it's bringing in pretty good money. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you have any questions, just hit me up. Don't be shy. Um, I actually help a lot of people, and I've got cousins and brother-in-laws and my father, and there's a lot of people in my family that's like, hey, I want to get into this. How do I do it? I'm like, you want to get into YouTube or you want to get into selling? And they're like, selling. And I'm like, okay, Saturday morning, get in my truck and let's go. And so there's been, I don't know, 15, 20 times that I've had cousins that's met me in my yard at 4 o'clock in the morning because that's whenever I leave to go yard sewing. And they're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and they're ready to learn. And sooner or later, they're going to make it because they've got help. And they've got somebody that's already been there and made the mistakes and learned from the mistakes. And we're, like I said, we're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna make some money. That's just, yeah. I mean, I make pretty good money selling, and the last day or so, it's slowed down a little bit because I haven't listed anything. Literally, I've not listed anything in the last 2 or 3 days, and I need to get back on that. But I've been playing with a stupid camera and trying to get this camera and stuff fixed up and get it ready to live stream. And I can make excuses all day long, but the fact is, it's just my fault. I have not been doing what I need to do, and it is what it is. But sometimes I get burnt out, and I don't really like listing that much. I don't mind the listing. It's one of them things that you list so much, so long, you're like, I want to do something else, and you're like, let's go play on YouTube, or let's do whatever. Let's go take pictures or something. And that's just how it is with me. I like everything about YouTube though, and I like everything about eBay. I like the fact that I make money sitting in the house. I like the fact that whenever I'm asleep and I'm zoned off in my la la land, and I hear that cha-ching, and it wakes me up like money, money, money while I'm sleeping. I love that. I love that sound. And usually, if I get woken up in the middle of the night, I'm mad. But if it's that cha-ching sound, I'm like, yes. But anyway, yeah. Like I said, if y'all got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. One of the biggest fears for me, and I didn't even know it until I got into eBay and started doing all of it, was the business policies. Trying to set them up right because I had no idea. I didn't even understand what I was trying to read. You hit that little drop down icon to where you got all of these different shipping policies. And you're like, holy crap, which one do I choose from? There's 1 to 5 days, there's 1 to 3 days, there's 3 to 8 days, there's 27 days, and there's whatever. And then you got to think about, is it going to be medium mail or first class, or is it priority, or is it a parcel, or is it USPS, or is it UPS, or is it FedEx, or whatever. And you're like, oh my God, I don't even know. Start off with the 4. Priority mail. Priority mail, if it's smaller and it's lighter weight, say a pound to 2 pounds, something like that, check the price on the priority mail compared to flat rate. Sometimes flat rate's cheaper, sometimes priority mail's cheaper. Just depends. If it's anything under 15.9 ounces in your home, what I mean by that is it's a different price than if you go to the post office. 15.9 ounces and less on your scale at home, you can ship first class. Okay? If you go to the post office with something 15.9 ounces, they're going to charge you priority shipping because they cannot legally ship it first class. It has to be over 13 ounces in order for them to ship it first class. 13 ounces or less. So it was just media mail. Any like books and CDs and stuff like that, ship that stuff media mail. It's like $2, 280, 285 or something like that. Says I saw a hair tornado. Josh said in one of his videos that he's making more on YouTube than eBay. Would you recommend starting a YouTube channel as well? I have a GoPro 9. Oh man, I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. And Filmora 9 software. Okay. If you're comfortable sitting in front of a camera and shooting the breeze like I am right now, or if you're want to get out and start your own YouTube channel, go for it. Dude, the only thing that's holding you back is you. That's it. Seriously, man, go for it. If that's what you want to do, if you think that you can make it and you find something that you enjoy talking about. I like helping people, and that's I guess my biggest passion is helping people figure out what they want to do, figure out how to make money. Anyway, yeah, I like Josh. Josh is a pretty smart guy. He probably does make more on YouTube than he does eBay because he goes to Goodwill and he does the garage sales and he does like the Goodwill hauls to where he'll go buy pallets some stuff from Goodwill and then he'll go through there and he'll dig through the pallets and well, this is trash, this is donate, this is garage sale, this is eBay, and he'll separate all this stuff and then he'll have a yard sale and then he'll sell some of it on eBay. And I mean, it's kind of a toss-up. Sometimes you get good stuff from Goodwill. Sometimes you get junk from Goodwill. But eBay, once you get to a certain amount of subscribers, I think it's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, then you actually start getting paid from eBay. I mean, from YouTube. And I mean, don't think you're gonna get rich starting on YouTube. I mean, you can make money. But whenever you first start getting paid, it's not like, oh, I'm making $1,000 every day. It's not like that. It's just, which I hadn't even got to the place to where I'm making money yet. So I'm just saying that everybody that I've talked to that is making money, they're making okay money. It's not like a full-time income yet, but it will be. You just got to keep growing. And they say usually it takes about a year for somebody to get from non-paid to paid. So sometimes it takes longer. It just depends on how good you are in front of a camera. It depends on how much content you put out, what kind of content you put out. Because like reselling content, like what I do, is not as popular as music or as popular as working on cars or racing or whatever. You've got to find a niche, a niche, whatever you want to call it, that you enjoy doing, but can also be something that everybody else needs to know. I figured out that if you do how-to videos, that kind of helps because there's people that's, how do I do this? How do I do this? I mean, just that seems to be probably one of the biggest things is trying to figure out a how-to. If you can explain something and you can help somebody figure out something, then you've got a leg up, man. You got something to start with. Yeah, it does take a lot of time. But it just depends on how much reward you get out of it. I mean, you can try it for a little while and see if you like it. And if you don't like it, then no harm, no foul. I mean, if you think it's taking too much time, and because like I say, you're gonna have to start slow. You can't just jump to 1,000 subscribers overnight, and especially if you haven't made any videos. But Who knows? Your first video may go viral. You can't ever tell. And if it does, man, that's awesome. Who knows? Um, it's just, I wonder if you did a channel about vintage electronics would be better than reselling. I don't know, man. I've thought about doing another channel. Um, I just, I don't know. I don't know. I've been thinking about doing something else just because I like sitting in front of the camera and I like talking to people. And this is one of the things that I get a lot of enjoyment out of is kind of sitting here and just chilling and just visiting. And even whenever I'm not in front of camera, that's what I'm doing. I'm talking to somebody, and it's just, I don't know. I would like to do another channel though. I just don't know yet what it would be over. But yeah, I do know this. I done talk myself dry. Oh yeah, he might do it. He might do good at it. I mean, who knows? If the vintage electronics is this thing. But one of the things is, I have sold a ton of vintage electronics. Like the old Marantz receivers. I sold one of those. I picked it up for $5 at a yard sale. You can watch the video where I'm at the yard sale negotiating with the guy. And I picked it up for $5. Got home, tested it. It worked fine. Turned around and sold it for, it was like $485 or $385 or something like that. And I made a killing on it. And that's just, you're not going to do that every time. But it's the old, I found an old 8-track player. It didn't work. I mean, you plugged it up and nothing happened. It wouldn't come on. It wouldn't do nothing. And I took it apart and looked at it, and everything looked normal. I'm guessing one of the little diodes or something had to be burned out on it, and I didn't know how to fix it, so I just listed it on eBay and was like, "Hey, it's broke. Don't work. Won't turn on." And I sold it for $80, and I paid, I think, $5 or $10 for it at a yard sale. And just because you think it's junk, don't mean somebody else thinks it's junk. Somebody else might know how to fix it. But one of the reasons why I went ahead and listed it is because just the shell, just the casing that the hardware and stuff was in, was selling for like $40, $45. So I figured if they're selling just the casing for $40, $45, I'll list this thing for $80. And like the next morning, it sold. Boom, just like that. And but yeah, something to look for. If you're into vintage electronics, you're not going to make a whole lot of money on them, but it will sell fast. Is the VCR rewinders. All it is, you put the VCR tape in there, close it, and it rewinds the tape for you. And the reason is because they don't make them anymore. But people still watch VCR tapes. And if you can find one, and usually you can pick them up for about $1, $2, something like that. You can pick it up for $1 or $2, buy it. Turn around and flip it for $20, $25. And it's easy money. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, you get to ship it out for $6. You paid $1 for it. You sold it for 25. You made what, $19 profit. So I mean, you can't beat that. $18 profit. And I would do that all day long if I had all of them, but I don't have all of them, so I just gotta sell what I got. Um, Something else you can do is go to Walmart and go to the clearance aisle, download the eBay app on your phone. And whenever you download the eBay app, you can go through there and you can scroll through and you can scan stuff and scan the barcode on things. So go down the clearance aisle in Walmart and start scanning stuff. And once you scan it, it'll tell you how much it's selling for, or how much people are asking for it. Go to the top. Now listen to me. Go to the top and it'll say filter. Hit filter and then scroll and it'll say sold and completed. click sold, the little check mark beside sold, and it will tell you how much it's actually selling for. I can ask $1,000,000 for something, but that don't mean it's going to sell. Now, once people start buying it and it starts selling at a certain price, then you know how much to list it for. So, whenever you're going through there looking at stuff, make sure you always check the sold so you can see how much it's actually selling for. Because sometimes, like the other day, I bought a voltage regulator, and it was $19.95, and I went through there and found that they were selling for $150, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. So I paid the $20 for it, and I got home and listed it, and then I realized that yeah, they were selling for $150, but it's once every 6 months. So I'm gonna have to sit on it for a little while, but I'm gonna get $150 out of it. But anyway, it's just how it is. Some of my stuff sells really fast. Some of my stuff sets for a little while. I try to find the things that sell really fast because I like to turn and burn. I don't want to keep things in the store very long. My super phone always beeps when I scan on eBay, even if the phone's on silent. I don't really care, but people do share something. Yes, I know. You know what I do? I'm like, yeah, that's my phone. Watch this. Bleep. But my wife and my daughter, they're like, Dad, turn your phone down. Put it on silent. I'm like, I ain't worried about all that. You know what really embarrasses them? Whenever I hit that button and I say, voltage regulator, yellow, blah, blah, blah. And I start screaming into the phone. They're like, please don't do that again. I'm like, okay, till next time. And then I'll do it again. I don't care. But that's just my personality, though. A lot of people don't like that beeping. A lot of people don't like them, talking into the phone trying to figure out the price. If you're in a store or if you're at a yard sale, explain to people what you're doing. Sometimes, like I had this lady with this one yard sale. She asked me because I was going around scanning stuff, and there was two water filters. One was for Whirlpool, and one was for something else. And I scanned the Whirlpool one, and she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm scanning it, see how much it costs." And she said, "Why are you scanning it to see how much it costs?" And I said, "To see how much I can give you for it." She said, "Oh, well, how much is it going for?" And I told her, I said, "Look, in order for me to buy this, I could buy it for about $2 or $3, or $3 or $4." And she said, "Oh, well, it's $4." I was like, "Okay, I'll give you $4 for it," because it was selling for $18. Now, if she had said, "Well, I want $10 for it," then I would just kindly put it back down on the table because it's not enough profit for me to go through all that. But it's just where uh, you gotta know how to talk to people, but tell them the truth. Don't lie to them. I've seen some of these resellers on here on YouTube. They'll bald face lie to people like, "Yeah, this is for my son," and knowing dang good well he's gonna resell that, and he ain't got no. It ain't for his son, or ain't for his daughter. It ain't for his wife. It ain't for him. He's gonna resell that dude with full intentions of reselling it. And now, be honest with people, and that's what I do. If somebody comes up and says, "Hey, what do you plan on doing with that?" and I'll tell them straight up, "I'm gonna sell it. I'm buying it to sell it, and this is how much I can give you for it. If that ain't a good enough price, I'll put it down and walk away, and you'll keep it. And then you'll, at the end of the day, you'll have to put it back up." So it is what it is. Let's see here. I heard when you said find a niche. I'm retired and a little unhealthy, so with COVID, I'm looking for a platform to add to my income and be able to stay close to home. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. That's just good parenting, Trent. Yeah, that's right. Brent, seems like reselling maybe a YouTube channel might be a good idea for you. Hope you can make it work, my friend. Yep, that's right. YouTube is a good thing, man. It's actually fairly simple. The hardest part for me so far is trying to figure out this dang equipment and getting it linked up to the computer and stuff. Um, YouTube, Google it. That's how I learned everything. Is literally if I didn't know, I Googled it or I YouTubed it. What is bigger than Google? YouTube. YouTube is a whole lot bigger than Google. Um, let's see here. So I think that silver hair and scar reselling has become my added source of income because of COVID. I can't get out in public and walk photography business. Okay, yeah, yeah, I understand that COVID's put a damper on a lot of things, man. Um, it's just one of them things where, like Chuck was saying, man, I think maybe YouTube might be a good source for you. Um, you can do that from anywhere. You can do it from your home. There's some friends of ours they're called Rev Resell and Nikki T. I don't know if you've ever heard of them or not, but he's got two YouTube channels. One of them is reselling like what we do, and then the other one is restoration, where he goes in there and he fixes up cars and trucks and stuff. And he just his restoration channel has just exploded because he's talking about cars, and he sits at his house and he just tells people how to fix stuff and shows them like carburetors and stuff like that, and people love it. And I mean, like I say, his channel's just exploded, and he's going to be making a lot of money with that channel soon, and I'm so proud of him. And they're doing fantastic. But like I say, um, your first channel you start may not be a success. It may teach you something that you need to do on your next channel. I know a lot of people that they didn't get successful until they started their fourth or fifth channel, but they did learn something with each channel, and that's what it's all about: is learning and growing and educating yourself, and just trying to become the best you that you could possibly be. And that's that's where I stand. I mean, that's what I do personally. I try to learn every day from my mistakes, and try to figure out what I need to do better, and I try to grow that, and I try to make sure that if I see somebody else slipping and falling, then I will try to catch them and say, hey, look, um, just from my experience, try to do it like this, or try not to do that, or whatever the situation may be. Because I mean, if I've fallen and I see somebody else fixing to fall, I'm not going to sit there and just watch them fall. I'm going to say something, and that's just how I am. I mean, if you're sitting there and a little kid's sitting in a high chair beside you, and you see them and they're playing, and the next thing you know, you see them fixing to fall, and you know they're going to fall. Are you going to just sit there and watch them fall, or are you going to try to catch them? Same way with a grown person. If you see them fixing to act stupid and do something stupid, say something. Um, anyway, he has that niche that you were talking about. What What are you talking about? I've talked about so much stuff, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Yeah, back road. That's right. Yeah, I've got a friend that does YouTube. Um, he's he's famous. Y'all know who John Snyder is, don't you? Bo Duke off the Duke's Hazard. Okay. He's got a guy that runs with him named Smitty Travels, and he's all he does. He's a full time YouTuber, and he's a cool dude. He's fantastic, and that's what he does. He does the back road stuff like that, and he makes a full time income on it. He travels around the world just shooting YouTube videos. So I mean, it can be done. Yeah, Bo Duke. That's right. I see a lot of YouTubers that I watch sell to their watchers. If nothing else, I'm thinking of doing an inventory video of what I have to sell. Yeah. Never can hurt. I mean, you can try. So far, I hadn't sold a whole lot to my viewers, which is okay. I mean, like I said, my store's doing pretty good. So, I mean, it's just, let me turn that off. That thing's irritating me. That's better. I forgot that thing was going. Both of y'all smash that like button. Let me see here. Different ways to source products. I've been on here an hour and a half. Different ways to source products. There are several different ways you can find products to sell if you want to sell. If you're not wanting to sell, that's cool. Uh, Yard sales, thrift stores, estate sales, Goodwill, um, online arbitrage, retail arbitrage, um, going into Walmart and finding stuff that they're clearancing out and turning around and putting it on eBay and reselling it. And Target, Ross, Marshalls, Kmart, um, Big Lots, uh, Five Below, the Dollar Store, the Dollar Tree, the Dollar General, the Family Dollar. All in places like that, you can just about anywhere. If they got a clearance aisle, hit them up, check them out, make some money. Um, Goodwill bins, uh, the Amazon bins. I don't remember exactly what they're called, but there's places where you can do like liquidation. You can do wholesale. Wholesale is a little bit more expensive. You're not going to make as much money. Um, and plus, you got to buy a crap ton of products from them. But like, let me think. Like, you can go to like wholesaleninjas.com. You can get on bulk.com. You can get on liquidation.com. You can buy products from them and sell them. You can get on places like AliExpress and Alibaba and buy stuff from China and have it. It's going to take you a long time to get it. It may take you 3, 4, 5, 6 months to get it, but you can do it. And then turn around and sell Chinese stuff. People are like, I ain't buying nothing from China. Everything in this country is from China. I mean, the phone that you're watching this on or whatever is from China, made in China. The materials may be made here, but it was assembled in China. Anyway, bad as I hate it, I'm all American, man. But I got to do something. I got to make some money. Space Gateway. Already have smashed. Thank you. I appreciate that, Brent. I appreciate that, buddy. My favorite is live household and farm auctions. Yeah, yeah, I do too. I like the live household and farm auctions too. Um, there is actually an auction place that I go to on Saturdays. It starts at 11 o'clock in the morning and usually runs till about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you get there early at 11, anywhere from like 11 to 2, then you're going to have to sit through tack and you're going to have to sit through saddles and saddle blankets and feed troughs and tillers and stuff stuff like that because that's the stuff they sell mostly. And now, if you'll wait till right around 2:30, 3 o'clock, then they start selling merchandise like blenders and coffee pots and um, GoPros and all kinds of stuff. And which they had never sold any GoPros, so I'd be like buying them things up like crazy. But yeah, they have an auction every Saturday, and it's like I say, you can get some pretty good stuff there. I've sold quite a bit of stuff out of there, but I just got a truckload of stuff before it was taken to Goodwill. That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing too. If you get into selling and you start talking to about your friends and your family and your people that care about you and your neighbors and stuff like that, then whenever they decide to have a spring cleaning and they go through their house, they will remember you and be like, oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, Brent does this or Chuck does this or what we'll do is we'll see if he wants it first before we take it and donate it to Goodwill. And sometimes I've had people say, hey, I've got all this stuff over here and I don't know what to do with it. And I'll be like, well, let me come look at it. And whatever you don't want, I will take and donate it for you. And they're like, okay, cool. So I'll go over there and browse through all their stuff and say, what about this? Do you want this? No, I don't want it. I don't want none of it. So you're like, okay, well, I'll take all of it. So you take all of it, you get home and you go through what you can sell and then you take the rest and you go donate it to Goodwill or resale shop or wherever. And I mean, you just sometimes if you just open your mouth, doors will open. You just gotta talk about it. My problem is space. Yes, sir. Whenever I first started my eBay, I was buying stuff and I didn't have anywhere to put it. So I started putting it in my living room. And next thing I know, my living room it was wall to wall with eBay merchandise. And I was like, I told my wife, I said, I'm making money. I got to keep buying. And she's like, I understand, but we don't have any more room. I was like, yes, we do. Our bedroom, it's got plenty of room in it. I mean, all we got is this little dresser. Well, I say little, it's a big dresser and a king size bed. And I said, but look at all this wall space we got here. So I ended up, we have a big cedar chest in there too. From the cedar chest top to the ceiling, all the way down that one wall, all the way down the other wall was eBay stuff. All through our kitchen, all through our living room, and our hallway was eBay stuff. And our house was cram packed. And I was sitting outside one day, and she come outside. She said, "Hey, get in the truck." And I said, "Why? What's going on?" She said, "We're going to Liberty, Texas." I said, "Why?" She said, "We're going to buy you your own building." So we went and picked up a building, which this building I'm in is a 12 by 32, and it is nowhere near big enough. It literally, by the time I got my computer in here, I got my shipping supplies in here, and got all my products in here, it was full. So it won't be long, and I will be buying another building. What's going on there, Land Shark Picker? It's good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you in here tonight or today. What time is it? Whew. I've been up for almost 2 days straight, so yeah, it's good to see you, man. I hope you enjoy the show. We're talking about a little bit of everything. Making money. That's number one. We're gonna make some money. That's a fact, Jack. Anyway, yeah, I do like doing the YouTube. I really enjoy it a lot. I like sitting here visiting with everybody. I wish my channel would grow faster, but I got to take baby steps. You got to crawl before you can walk, and sooner or later it'll take off. And when it does, I'm gonna be like, "Whoa!" No, I ain't gonna be like, "Yeah, get on, let's get it." But it's just what it is. Um, I don't want it to go too fast because I want to be able to keep up. I want to be able to hang with it. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like a one hit wonder and be like MC Hammer and you can't touch this. And I don't want to be like that. I want whenever it takes off, I want to be able to keep the momentum going, and I want to be able to grow, and I want to be able to help people. And the things that I've learned over the years. I mean, I'm not the smartest person in the world. There's a lot that I still need to learn, but the things that I have learned, I want to be able to pass on to other people and help them so they don't have to go through the same crap that I did. Anyway, it's just one of them things, man. There's a lot of lessons to be learned, and there's a lot of lessons that you don't have to learn if you listen to somebody else that's already been there. Like I said, I don't know everything. There's a bunch I don't, but I'm willing to learn whatever you got to do. If you're willing to teach me something, I'll listen to you. Because if you know a shortcut, let's dance. Yeah, buddy. I had a guy offer me $5 for a $25 bottle of medicine that I'm selling the other day, and yesterday, and I told him, I said, I just declined it because you can decline or you can accept or you can counter offer or whatever, and I just declined it and went on. And then the next message I got from him, he was like, "F you, this you piece of crap! I can't believe you did it." I was like, so I sent him back a message that says, "Hey, look, for this amount of money, I'll sell it to you. Simple as that. Either way, there's no need to cut me like that. It's just what it is." I have an appointment in an hour. I got to run. Take some time to send out a huge thank you, Trent, for all the pros in the chat. It's been very helpful. Man, anytime. Like I said, if you ever have any questions, you need to talk about something, whatever it is, hit me up on my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, Snapchat, whatever. Just catch up with me somehow or another. I'm always available. So if you have any questions, bro, don't hesitate to ask. And take care of yourself. Until next time, man. Remember to be safe, to be honest, and to keep picking. Okay? All right, man. Anyway. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing something else on my YouTube. I just don't know what yet. I wanna do a different style of channel, but what it is, I don't really know. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a therapy or something like that. I don't know. Be like Dr. Phil. No, there ain't no way I'd ever be able to do that. Whenever I see him come on TV, I'll get so irritated. I'm like, that man makes millions and millions of dollars by telling people that they're stupid. Of course, some of them are stupid. Don't get me wrong, but I can't do it. Anyway, yeah, Dr. Phil. I'll figure out something. Whenever I figure it out, y'all be the first to know. Like I say, I enjoy YouTube too much. I enjoy getting on here, visiting with everybody, and conversing with all my friends. And it's just, like I said, I'll figure it out. But until the meantime, I'm gonna be right here, and we're gonna be making money on eBay either way, because money is money. And like I said, I love being here at 2 o'clock in the morning, hearing that cha-ching sound. So anyway, well, guys, I hate to, but I think I'm fixing to get off here because I'm getting hungry, and I've got to get some listings done. I've got probably, like I said, I've got thousands of things to list, but I've got probably close to 100 that I need to get listed here in the next day or two. And we've got a hello, hot mess thrifter. We've got a concert. We have a concert to be at in the morning in Longview, Texas, which is about 4 hours from here. And my son and my daughter are playing in the band, and they're going to be out there performing and all. So, and if we win, if we qualify, then we go to state. So hopefully we get to go to state. This will be the only year that both of my kids will be qualifying together. My daughter's a senior and my son is a freshman. And so this is her last year and his first year. So he's super excited. She's super excited. And like I said, hopefully they go a long ways and they do good tomorrow. But anyway, we'll see. It's going to be cold. And it's going to be one of them miserable mom and dad days where we're out there freezing our butts off, watching our kids jump around and toot their horns and stuff like that. But hey, that's what parents do, right? We get out there and freeze our butts off, and then whenever they get done, they're like, "Dad, I need some money because I'm hungry." I'm like, okay, here's your money. And if I didn't have eBay, I wouldn't have the money. So it's just how it is. Making money, making money. Yeah. um. Anyway, all right, guys. I appreciate you tagging along in this video. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Share the video if you will. I would appreciate it. If you give it a thumbs up, YouTube knows to share the video with others. So if they have any questions, any comments and concerns, then they can learn from the video too. I hope you got some good knowledge out of this video. Good knowledge. I hope you got some great information out of this video. And until next time, guys, remember to be safe, to be honest, and to keep picking. All right, bye, y'all.